Hello, my good people. This is all when we thought the week was over. Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi decided to drop him a bomb. Boom! Like we are in Iraq. Senzo Mchunu says he's still applying his mind on allegation drops by General Wabantu. In case you've missed it, General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi drops shocking revelations about interference in crime investigations, implicating politicians, senior cops, and dirty networks inside the SAPS, all the way up to the minister. In this hard-hitting episode, let's unpack Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi's media briefing. Let's talk about the sabotage. Let's talk about the disbanding of the political killings unit. What is the public reaction about this? Well, we've seen the EFF is already calling for the resignation of Senzo Mchunu. We know the DA is not going to miss on this wave. They're definitely going to capitalize on this. Fikile Mbalula never fails to disappoint. He's already came out in defense of Senzo Mchunu. Will Ramaphosa fire somebody, or he's going to keep quiet? Is this another form of a new state capture? Here we're not talking about Guptas, but we are talking about crime syndicates. And of course, we cannot ignore the fact that we have a new president by the name of Rupert. Yet, in this era, it is not called state capture. What if Zuma was still a president and all this is happening? Let me remind you, in case you have forgotten, South Africans thought it was okay for Johan Rupert to go and meet Donald Trump together with our president. Can somebody please define what is state capture for me so I can understand? Because right now, I am lost and I'm confused. If this is not state capture, then what it is? This is talk left, walk right. We do it in a hurry because we are busy every day, hustling. What if I told you that South Africa was a movie and you are watching it on Netflix? Welcome to another episode. Yesterday, General Wabantu, the general of the people, Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, came with files. In a packed media briefing, Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi came with damning evidence showing messages allegedly linking the crime boss Nhlanhla, an associate of Senzo Mchunu. The plan shut down the task team that was so close in cracking the murder cases and extortion syndicates. Why shutting it down? Because it was getting too hot. They were closing in on big fish. We have seen Deputy Commissioner Usbiya responding to allegation brought forward by Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi and denying everything. Ubetatazela. He wasn't expecting this. We are the people. We believe in Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi would have not go onto screens and call the media if he has not done his investigation. And he proved it in front of South Africa that he has done his investigation. Mkhwanazi akadlali. He called them out by names. He called out big names who are interfering with the arrest and investigations. And the NC's reaction? Instead of supporting him, they went in a defense mood, defending the minister, Senzo Mchunu. That's Mbalula for you. Are you surprised? Now, the heat is on Senzo Mchunu. South Africans are calling for his head. The question is not just if he's guilty. The question is why he is still in the office. The answer to that, we all know President Palapala will never act on his comrades. Senzo Mchunu, he's just joined a long list of rogue ministers in the cabinet who will never go anywhere. I don't even want to go and mention names. If you were to mention names and ask yourself, when is the president going to act on this one and this one and this one and this one before they actually get to Senzo? By the time they get to Senzo Mchunu, we'll be in 2040. So nothing is going to happen to Senzo Mchunu, because nothing ever happens to rogue comrades. To me, this looks like state capture 3.0. This time, it is not the Guptas, no, it is Johan Rupert and the Billionaires Club. This time, it's the minister and police commissioners working with criminal syndicates. Same crime, just different suits. Once again, as usual, ANC comrades choosing protection over accountability. If Ramaphosa doesn't act, he's complicit. I don't understand this thing with politicians to think that a statement means anything. A statement means nothing. We do not want statements. We want action. A statement is just a statement like every other statement that the presidents have ever released before. Nothing ever happens after a statement. So we are tired of statements. We want action. So yes, the presidency did issue a statement, but what did it say? Absolutely nothing. Just recited PR fluff. So in the statement, the presidency said that this is a matter of grave national security and promised to look into it as soon as the president returns in the country. But seriously, what does grave concern mean when crime syndicates are moving inside the states? Hear me out here. In South Africa, we've got a serious crime problem. People are being murdered every day, robberies and everything. But at the bottom of it, it's drug abuse. We cannot ignore the fact that drug abuse perpetuates crime. There is not even a single family in South Africa who have not been a victim of crime. I can tell you in confidence that there is not even a single family in South Africa who does not have a drug abuse problem. Most families have that one person who is addicted into drugs and have gone out of hands. The drug problem is affecting many families and it is a serious problem in South Africa. But to have ministers working with drug lords, I lose hope. But the very same people who are being affected by crime, the very same communities and families who are being affected heavily by drug abuse are still going to go on and vote for ANC, who's going to go on and protect drug lords. In this whole drama, there seems to be one man missing. Somebody has just gone mute. Where is the National Commissioner Masemola? He seems to have just gone quiet. Yes, nothing has been said about him, but he also hasn't said about him. We are talking about the top cop of the country. No word, not even a whisper. Okay, not even a fake statement for that matter. He could have just said, "We are attending to the matter." That line is fine. On a serious note now, when a decorated provincial commissioner like Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi start mentioning names, politicians, cartels and internal sabotage, the silence from the top office is not just suspicious, it's dangerous. The big question, what is Masemola hiding? Why is he avoiding the media? Is he part of the problem or just too scared to speak? I just wish that one day these people in top position who have distanced themselves from the realities of this country could realize that Mzansi people are no longer stupid. People are not sleeping anymore. People are wide awake. And funny, the streets are buzzing louder than their silence. I just wish that people in high position who have distanced themselves from the realities of this country could come into realization that people are not stupid. People are wide awake now, and the streets are buzzing louder than their silence. Social media is on fire. Community leaders, activists, ordinary citizens, they are all calling for what it is. This is a betrayal. If you can't see it, the people are throwing all their support behind Mkhwanazi, the general of the people. We have seen petitions flying up and down, left and right. Hashtags are trending. Even civil organizations are saying enough is enough. Some are even demanding a full commission of inquiry. Well, I don't believe in this commission of inquiry. The truth is, this is not just about one corrupt minister or one brave general. It's about the soul of South African law enforcement. If crime has eaten the SAPS from the top down, what hope is left for us, ordinary people? Buffett, let me tell you this. Nobody would ever tell you, if you are a man and you don't own a gun, go buy one, because no one is coming for you. Ladies too, get a gun. Save yourself. If you're still gonna hope and trust that dialing 10 111 is gonna do anything, oh, I'm sorry for you. I'm talking about a legal firearm. Not ilahle njalo. Let me say it again. Not ilahle. So what's next for General Mkhwanazi? He dropped the bombs, but the big question is he going to survive the explosion? Let's not forget the reality, guys. Yabona eMzansi, in South Africa, when you tell the truth, you get sidelined. When you become more criminal and become more rogue, that's when you get recognition. Look at how whistleblowers are treated, because Mkhwanazi now have acted like a whistleblower. Look at how many whistleblowers are being treated in South Africa. Some have run for their lives, even left the country. People who stand for the truth in South Africa, they are treated like they are the problem. Yes, Mkhwanazi has the support of the people. The same people who live in fear, and Mkhwanazi brings hope. But if he gets pushed away, I am Zanzizo sure. What message will this send? Is that crime allowed, or crime is allowed if it comes in suit, hold ministerial positions? So I wonder, what are they going to do? Are they going to suspend Mkhwanazi for not following protocols? Or is he going to be investigated? But if they go after Mkhwanazi, Mzansi Shuba, are we ready to go on the street? Or is this just going to be just a social media and YouTube thing and that's it? What really can we do to get things right in South Africa? I would hate to see another looting, but what can we do to protect the general of the people? Bafethu, just before I bounce, let's settle this debate that always comes up every now and then. Who failed South Africa the most between Zuma and Ramaphosa? Let me ask this question again. Who failed South Africa the most between Zuma and Ramaphosa? This came into my mind when I was thinking, how can we protect the general of the people? We don't want to see what happened when they took Zuma to prison repeating itself in 2025 or later. Let the truth be told. Zuma gave us the Guptas, but at least we knew who was running the show. We do Cyril. It's worse. Cyril is giving us Aba Mafia, he's giving us Abo Rupert, he's giving us this and that. He's giving us the Billionaires Club. Who's running the show, who's in charge here? At least under Zuma we had state capture. But under Cyril Ramaphosa, we have state collapse. Yes, under Zuma, we've seen Guptas looting in broad daylight. But with Cyril Ramaphosa, we are seeing crime syndicates in the states. We are seeing no accountability at all. High unemployment, a bloated cabinet with blue lights. The Zuma's cabinet was bold, but reckless. The Cyril ones, it's silent, weak, and confused. At least Zuma had a plan, even if it was wrong. But Cyril, he doesn't seem to even have a plan. No matter how you look at it, both administrations have failed us. It is time for change. We need new government.